book haul for the first few months of 2021. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to take a look at some of the books that I've picked up along the way over the last couple of months for the early part of 2021. Various digests, British, Australian, some interesting things I think that you might like to see. So we're going to take a quick look at them now. First one is Femme Fatale, Larry Kent. Larry Kent is the Australian detective. I hate crime was his motto. And these are thin digests, about 62 pages. The next one is Cell Cutie, another Larry Kent. And the third Larry Kent is Silhouette in Sin. And his motto was, I hate crime. He's a tough guy detective that always fought criminals. The next one is, we're going to look at some Australian Phantom books. Phantom book 545, The Nude Stranger by Mark Reed. And the backs of these are Cleveland. These were put out by Phantom Books. Another Phantom book, Phantom Classic, number 11, Homicide Hotel by Joe Barry. And it's interesting that this is a redrawing of the American edition, American Digest, which is a Phantom book also, but they really toned down the violence on this one. The American Digest is a lot more violent and a lot different. Next Phantom book is 643, Pardon My Blood by Paul Welton. And Australian Phantoms reprinted a lot of the American crime paperbacks. They reprinted everything, Gold Medal, Ace Books, Bantams, Popular Library, Handy Books. This is the back. They always had the Phantom logo. Very collectible. There's about 300 books in the Phantom series. This is an interesting one. This is Invincible Press, another Australian, and it's the classic Build My Gallows High by Geoffrey Holmes. And this was made into a classic noir film, and unbelievable good story. Next one is Phantom Books, first edition, number 731, Uneasy Street by Wade Miller. Phantom Classic, 540, Dear Deadly Past by Whit Harrison, who was Harry Whittington. And this one has the 1,320,000 copies have already been sold. Number 647, A Matter of Policy by Sam Merwin Jr. All of these Australian Phantoms, some of them have the same cover art as the American edition, but it's all redrawn. Others have different cover art, and they're still pretty nice. Along with the Phantom books, which are Australian, there's also other Australian books. Leisure Magazine published, this is a Compass book, number 25, Broadway Lady by Kevin Slattery. These are really scarce, very, very scarce leisure books. Leisure Magazine, the back cover. They did a whole bunch of series in the Leisure Magazine run, and they're all really cool. They did westerns, but they did a lot of nice hard-boiled crime. Next one is Comet book, number 101, another Leisure Magazine. Murder in Duplicate by Donald W. Smythe. probably an Australian author. Really cool, great cover art. Now we'll leave Australia and go to the UK. Brown Watson books, published in the 1950s. All of these books are in the 1950s, from the 1950s, by the way. Sinister Forces by Alvin Westwood. Really nice science fiction pulp cover. Next one is Milestone book from 1953. Tormented City by Charles Gray. Charles Gray was E.C. Tubb. This is a paperback original E.C. Tubb novel. The next one is Scion book from 1953. The Lie Destroyer by Vargo Statten. Vargo Statten was John Russell Fearn. And I believe this is a Ron Turner cover. And the next one is a beautiful copy of a Milestone book from also the early 50s, I Fight for Mars by Charles Gray. That's E.C. Tubb. This is a book that I reprinted in the Gryphon Science Fiction Rediscovery series. This is a beautiful copy, except the spine. It's missing a piece out of the spine. But otherwise, it's a nice copy. So sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, the cover's beautiful, not a crease on it. And that's the way it goes sometimes. Next one is Curtis Books, British. The Third Mutant by Lee Elliott. Now we're going to look at some other Australian books. These are Star Books. Star Books was another digest series from the 50s that was a kind of a brother or sister series to the Phantom books. They published crime, sexy titles, and even some later on in the high numbers romance. But they published about 200 or 300 books, and reprinted a lot of the American books with redrawn cover art, and or sometimes totally new cover, different cover art, sometimes different titles also. This is Star Book 276, The Trouble with Women by Joe P. Heggie. And the back of the Star books, similar to the Phantom books, Phantom Digest. Here's one of those higher number Star books, number 509, Ever to Love by Norma Newcomb. And this is a romance, number 509. The 500 series are all pretty rare, and they're usually romance or sometimes westerns, but they're really hard to find. They do not show up. Next one is number 307, Bullets Don't Bluff by Paul Evan Layman. And star number 232, Action at Spanish Flat by Bert Arthur. Star 234, Satan Takes the Helm by Calvin Clemens. Hard-boiled noir cover art. Nice copy, except for some little moisture spotting. Star number 205, Way of a Wanton by Richard S. Prather. Great author, great title. Star number 256, Two Gun Vengeance by Archie Jocelyn. Quite a few nice westerns in the Star Book series. And the Phantom book series is all entirely crime and noir books. So the Phantoms are much more avidly collected, but the Stars are like kind of right behind them in collector interest for Australian books. Star number 418 is The Man from Boot Hill by Dean Owen. Star number 293 is Red Hot Murder by Saul Levinson. And the last one, star number 311, is If I Should Murder by Patrick Lang. And there you have it, folks. Look at about 30 or 40 digests that I've picked up over the last 3 or 4 months, um, over the end of 2020 and early 2021. I hope you enjoyed this look at some interesting books from Australia and the UK, pulp fiction paperbacks, digest size. And if you did, give us a thumbs up and a like. And tell your friends about our channel. We're on BitChute and on YouTube. And give us a look and share these with fellow collectors. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for looking.